doing today? You guys wondering why this lady's here? No, you know why? You probably heard about it today, haven't you?
Yeah.
So most of you know I'm a person in long-term recovery. For me, that means I've been without mood or mind-altering substances since November 8, 2009. All right, I need these two rows to stand up, please. So statistics say out of this classroom, 1/3 of you are likely to become alcoholic addicts. This is what the statistics say. All right, go ahead and sit down. Thank you, guys. Hello.
His ball has been a poop.
So another reason I was asked to be here is because I have sat in these same seats. I graduated from Switzerland County High School in 2001. Mrs. Yates was actually my teacher, and many other teachers in this school as well were my teachers. You know, when I was in these same seats, running the same hallways, the same streets, I never thought to myself, I want to be an alcoholic. I want to be an addict. I always told myself, I want to grow up to be something. I want to be successful. I want to get out of this small town. All I want to do is leave. You know, throughout this whole period, I never wanted to deal with emotions. I never wanted to be happy. I never wanted to be sad. I never wanted to feel alone. Because that's how I always felt. I could be in a room full of people, even like now, I feel all alone. There was something inside of me. So I always looked for different ways to fill that hole, fill that gap. So I didn't feel alone. So I didn't feel, I turned to substances. I smoked weed the first time when I was 11 years old. How old are you guys? 14. So by the time I was your guys' age, I was already using one substance, at least one a day. I was pretty much always messed up by the time I'm your guys' age. I drank on the weekends. I always excelled in school. I got really good grades. I didn't have to study. So I graduated from here and I went to Ball State. Why would I go to Ball State, guys?
More drugs.
Huh?
More drugs.
Party school, right? That's what Ball State's known for, right? I wanted to be a fashion designer. I wanted to be a buyer. I wanted to travel the world. I wanted out of DV. Because like I said, I was here. We were actually the first class to be in this middle school. So I go to Ball State. I'm drinking, partying. I'm able to still pull off C's though, by the skin of my teeth. And I get pregnant. My first semester there. By the second semester, I already had dropped out. All I wanted to do was come home and be with my family. Had this little baby. He was born 6 pounds, 6 ounces. I didn't know what to do with him. Had no clue how to be a parent. Even be an adult, really, because all I knew was using. So I came back here. I got a minimum wage job. I was taking care of my son the best way I knew how. I was really trying, but all I knew was alcohol and drugs and partying. So I have this little boy and my husband and me meet. Me and him were like fire and gasoline because he liked to party, so did I. And he had a daughter, so that makes me and him having 2 children. We're trying to make this family work. We're smoking weed, we're partying on the weekends, you know, we're still able to maintain. I go to nursing school. I want to be a nurse. I want to help people. It's weird how my dream has evolved over time. I want to help people. I can make a good nurse. But throughout this time, I'm also, my husband installed carpet for many years. Do you guys know those big old rolls of carpet? I was 100 pounds putting one of those on my shoulder and carrying them into a house to help my husband do the carpet installation so that we can take care of our family. So I hurt my shoulder due to this, and I'm prescribed pain medication. Doctor, you know, it's legal. I'm still smoking, I'm still drinking, but I'm able to, pass my drug test and everything to be prescribed pain medication. And I wanted more and more and more. One is never enough. Never. Whether it be alcohol, weed, or whatever, for me, one is never enough. So he says, okay, since you're hurting so bad, I'm going to give you an injection of steroids in your shoulder. I'm okay. And he punctures my lung. At this time, my daughter, we have two, and I had another daughter. He punctures my lung, me and her in a car, and we're driving down the street. I feel like I'm having a heart attack. So I'm prescribed more medication. It was a pretty significant amount, so I wanted more and more and more. And then he says, you're healed, you can't have that baby anymore. We're gonna take you down. Okay. So I start going through withdrawals because I'm using all my medication that the doctor prescribes me. My friend says, I know something will help you feel better. Because at this point, has anybody ever seen anybody go through withdrawals? So you guys kind of know what it's about. You imagine having the flu times 100. That is what the withdrawals from opiates feel like. I didn't want to feel sick anymore. So my friend said, here's something that'll make you feel better. And I tried heroin for the first time. It didn't take very long. My husband starts doing it. Within the next 6 months, we lose our business, we lose our home, we lose our kids. My mom comes to me with a drug test. Amanda, I know you're using something, what is it? And I just tell her, and she takes my kids. Me and my husband are arrested. DCS comes into the jail and tells me that my kids are now wards of the state. At that time, we actually, two of the three, because the oldest one that wasn't my biological daughter was with her mother, but two of our younger children were DCS, wards of the state cases in the state of Indiana. And that was really my rock bottom. I knew I couldn't live like that anymore. I know I had to change. It wasn't being in jail. It wasn't my mom taking my kids. It was DCS coming in there and saying my kids are wards of the state. So I'm in jail. I spend about 90 days in there, and then they let me out on house arrest. I start going to meetings. My husband's still in jail. I get us a house. My mom still has my kids. And they released my husband on drug court, and he's able to work that. It took us probably about a year before I was able to get my children back. It's been a lot of hard work. And those dreams, those aspirations I talked about earlier, wanting to be a fashion designer or a buyer, a nurse, all those things were gone. I tried to go back to nursing school before I actually started in the field I am now. But something would happen where my transcripts wouldn't come in, my financial aid or something, so I felt like I was meant to help a different way. I think we're about a year sober, and we actually start a peer-ran support group. It's called Challenge to Change. In this group, we help each other see thinking errors and help each other learn coping skills and really help see the shades of gray in between the black and white thinking, because that's what I know, me as an addict, I see. All I see is black and white, and Challenge to Change really helps us see the difference. Then we started doing One Voice, which is a nonprofit advocacy group. And then I actually got a job at Community Mental Health as a case manager. So I get to help people with their addiction. And then recently, which I'm pretty excited about, that's part of the reason why she's here, is I got hired by Choices. And I volunteered to be in this community with Choices to help people that are suffering from substance use. Because I know it's difficult in a small rural community. I know you guys need help, and that's part of the reason why I'm so excited and I'm grateful that I get to be here. And that those choices that I made early in my life made my life a lot harder today. I could have picked the easier, softer way. And I'm telling you that when you choose to pick up those first substances, it's going to be a lot more difficult. But you guys have an opportunity today to achieve those goals, those aspirations, and be what you want to be. But today I get to help people. I'm a recovery support specialist, and I get to share my experience, strength, and hope with others to help them find and maintain their recovery path. It's my passion, and I'm excited about it, and I know how difficult it is to find a recovery path, and today I get to do that. And thank you for listening. Now I'm going to call Aaron up.